So you ready to talk about personalization or what?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You are?
Yeah,
okay.
AirBNB has lost its soul.
Over the last 20 years, Erik Munoz has been at the forefront of innovation in hotel technology. Now Chief Commercial Officer at Vertical Booking, he has worked for some of the most well-respected technology companies covering PMS, CRS and revenue management systems. In 2013, he was voted one of Europe's most extraordinary minds by HSMAI. I sat down with Erik recently in Berlin and asked him about his opinion of personalization in the industry.
With personalization, and I think it also plays into revenue management as well.
Yeah.
When we talk about personalization, the key element is the data.
The first and most obvious area to look at when thinking about personalizing the guest experience is data. Where does it sit? How easy is it to access, and what do you do with it?
In terms of personalization, let's just use a very common example. If you'd like to do personalization to say, right, when the guest is booking the spa, let's use the historical data we have on all of their spending habits, their preferences, so that when they are booking, it's like welcome back.
Yeah.
If anyone, and I'm talking about any technology supplier, wants to really apply personalization techniques, they can do that if they have the data. That's my obvious statement to begin with.
Ask Erik that with all the data sitting in silos on property today, the first fundamental step is to move the data where it can be consolidated, aggregated and accessed easily. The cloud.
Right, because you can't do it when you have a PMS and a CRS and a spa system and everything else that's not talking to each other, right?
Exactly. So let's just talk about PMS and CRS.
Yeah.
The PMSs tend to be, and usually are, the primary system at the property level for operations.
Yeah.
But in terms of having a single record of the guest profile and all their spending behavior across different areas, today's CRSs have that data in a single location, rather than having to look at silos like PMS data and CRS data.
Do you see the PMS going away? Like in 5 years, that there's just not going to be any PMSs anymore because everything is going to sit in a central location in the cloud and you're just all...
Yeah, actually I don't. I don't see the PMS disappearing. I see the PMS morphing into a solution that manages the hotel business.
Right.
An HMS, let's call it.
Yeah.
So you're an owner of a property with 80 rooms in Austria, and someone asks you, what system are you using, Klaus? I'm using an HMS. Well, what's an HMS? Well, I do check-in, I have a website, I distribute with Trivago and also with Booking.com. And everything is, I have my website, everything is there in my system. So I honestly believe, Klaus, in 5 years' time, we'll be hopefully together, maybe here, maybe somewhere else. And I'll say, Klaus, remember, we used to talk about CRS, GDS, PMS, all these acronyms. However, now it's just HMS.
What Erik is saying is that cloud-based hotel management platforms are the future. These platforms will hold all critical data in the cloud, and a number of apps will then be fulfilling specific tasks like check-in, check-out, reservations, operations and others.
Exactly, there'll be a backbone, let's say a CRS backbone, which will enable PMSs to offer more integrated distribution solutions. That's key. So PMSs will evolve with intelligent integrations. At the same time, marketplace products like Impala will help PMSs and other startups to integrate.
Erik went on to say that with interesting new, pure cloud players emerging, a number of legacy technology providers pretend to be in the cloud, but both their technology and mindset is not cloud first.
So you're kind of personalizing the technology stack.
Yes, exactly.
Right? That's what you want.
Well, yes,
when you talk about personalization, not just from a consumer, but also from a hotel technology point of view,
making that stack agile and flexible. Because, look, we have a booking engine, but we interface with 10 other booking engines, you know? We integrate with 100 different PMSs. So we're open and agnostic, and I think that's key for future players to be flexible, open, agnostic.
Flexible, open and agnostic, where intelligent integrations enable a seamless flow of data between systems, together with the emergence of new marketplaces, will allow the hotels of the future to offer unparalleled services to the guests of tomorrow. Next, I ask Erik if hotel shopping and booking will evolve to what I call customer choice shopping, where consumers will be able to buy and pay only for the items, services and experiences they want and value.
You go on the hotel's booking site and you use kind of a shopping cart, right? You say, I'm going to buy $220 for the room, base room, And then because and then I buy another $10 for the double bed, and I buy another $20, another $20 for the balcony, or another $15 for the view.
Yeah.
And it just adds on. Like you would buy, I buy a T-shirt with the red color that's X large.
Yes.
And then I buy the pants with it, right?
Yeah, I think every single booking engine does add-ons.
Yeah.
However, the ones that I see as being more interesting are the dynamic add-ons based on what I've already selected and based on your history. So if you book this package, and I know this package doesn't include this or this, dynamically I should offer you that. I shouldn't offer you the standard list.
Yep. Yep.
So I think there's a lot of intelligence now, a lot of innovation in this space, which is exciting.
Yeah.
As Erik and I explored different angles of personalization, we started talking about how to create better experiences locally, which brought me to the Accor Local Initiative, to allow non-guests to benefit from hotel services for a variety of purposes. Accor has publicly stated that in the future they want to drive 30% of revenues from non-traditional sources.
I think it's interesting Accor doing this. At the same time, AirBNB are trying to be a host.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Look, I'm an AirBNB fan.
Yeah.
AirBNB, Sebastian Bassan said, has lost its soul.
Yeah.
I completely agree. The beauty of Airbnb is opening up the local community and having that local experience.
Yeah.
I, as an Airbnb fan from a long time now, don't want to book a hotel through Airbnb. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
So I think Accor, by offering the
local Accor Local,
are doing a brilliant thing. At the same time, Airbnb have, in my opinion,
emerging or moving,
making a strategic mistake, moving away from their core base. Accor becoming even more localized with this service. I think it's brilliant by
and then Accor obviously invested in One Fine Stay, right, which is a luxury Airbnb type company.
Yep.
Jean-Paul, which is a concierge service as well, which provides concierge services not just for hotel but anything you want to do. But I think they've clearly understood that there's more to a hotel stay than a room and a box that's called a hotel. There's an experience that goes with it. Which comes back to the consumer trends, which is all about experiences, right?
Finally, I wanted to ask Erik what he sees just beyond the horizon. And I asked him about the big changes for the next 5 to 7 years.
I think intelligent integrations and platforms that will enable integrations. There'll also be intelligent integrations. So small cloud PMS startups integrating with CRSs and other intelligent integrations, let's say all cloud native. I think it's going to make it a beautiful marketplace in that, are we going to have 8 dominant suppliers across the market? Maybe, maybe not. But will there be a lot of very intelligently designed and engineered cloud PMSs, let's say, with intelligent integrations that actually form a really flexible an affordable solution for hotels in different geographies? I really think rather than a consolidated market, maybe in 7 years' time, the next 7 years is going to be
fragmentation, right?
Yes.
Which is good.
Yeah, it's good.
Better competition, more flexibility, more dynamic marketplaces.
Completely.
Right? You don't rely on 1 or 2 big vendors anymore.
I mean, ideas have so many integrations. That's key. You're actually enabling better revenue management in more properties. We have a similar approach. I think that's the future.
Intelligent integrations, hotel management platforms, data marketplaces, all point to a more open ecosystem where data flows seamlessly. This will be a huge change from today's siloed and not invented here approach, prevalent in too many technologies today. With data flowing seamlessly, guest experience and personalization will be possible to a much higher degree, ensuring hotels stay relevant and differentiated.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thank you, pleasure. Thanks, Klaus. Cheers.
Great.